Ladies and gentlemen, good evening.
A surprising decision to take to the field. Conditions feel like there won't be a lot on offer for the bowlers, and the opening batters will want to capitalise on what seems a bad call.
Players look ready. The umpires are in position for the first ball. The bowlers will want to focus on their line and lengths and let the ball do the rest.
Waiting.
Finds the fielder with that shot.
Looking to get the innings started, just can't get it. It away.
Yes.
Comfortable single if they take it.
Not a smart decision, you feel, not to run there. Mustn't have a lot of faith in their partner, if you ask me. Not a great delivery, got it full, and lucky not to be hit to the boundary.
Wait there.
Didn't hit that well, very late playing that shot.
Yep.
Edge. Amazing delivery.
Nothing really wrong with the delivery. Got onto the front foot and found the space to get that one to the boundary.
Wait.
Doesn't beat the infield.
Yep.
Rashid shakes their head. He was there to be hit, but couldn't make the most of it.
4 runs added in that over. The Super Kings are 4 for none. The left-arm medium bowler is coming into the attack from the north end.
Waiting. Wait. Yep.
They'll get at least 1. There'll be 1 run here for them.
And they're away and nicely off the mark.
Wait.
Couldn't get it through the field.
No runs on that occasion, got into position nicely, just too early on the shot. Couldn't find a gap.
Keeper. Wait.
That's the end of a very good over. Good pressure being put on the batters.
Wait.
Quick onto that in the infield.
Maybe they didn't pick it up. Very late on that shot.
Drives and misses everything.
Rashid shakes their head. It was there to hit. Couldn't make the most of it.
Yep.
Thick edge.
Keeper.
A couple on offer here. A wonderful delivery to get the edge. They've got to keep hammering away at that spot time and again.
Wait.
A little late on that, no runs scored.
Yes.
Big edge.
Keeper.
Let's see if they can get the ball up into the slot like before. So crucial to follow up that last delivery and keep the batter under pressure.
Yep.
Straight to the fielder. The over comes to an end. Not many runs coming from it. Both sides need to inject some life into this game.
Yep. Keeper.
Beaten on the drive.
Oh.
A bit of a mix-up. They'll need to improve their communication.
That's it.
They'll push hard. Should get back for two.
Managed to get onto the front foot early and just incredible power to loft that one over the boundary.
Don't mind getting hit for runs. What's important is to focus on getting the next ball right.
Wait there. Bowler. Yes.
Lovely shot. Good seam position, but overpitched and got what it deserved.
It was wide and suitably dealt with.
Cummins, I don't think, will be too happy with their bowler at the moment.
Wait.
Collects that one, simple as you like, inside the ring.
Just threw the shot too early.
The Sunrisers found some good rhythm in that over. They'll want to maintain it going forwards. The right-arm fast bowler is coming into the attack from the south end.
Yep.
Great shot. At least one on offer.
Really raced between the wickets after it was clipped away nicely behind square.
Waiting. Bowler. Yes.
Exquisitely down the front foot, a gorgeous looking drive. Could have been worth more.
Threw the hands at it, somehow missed everything.
Well, look how close that was to off stump. The timing on the shot was poor. Really didn't even get close to the ball. Very lucky to get away with that.
Good piece of fielding to stop some runs. perfect technique and placement.
Well, it was hammered away, timed perfectly and placed into the gap.
Just need to keep it simple. Line and length, around about off stump, and that'll force the mistake.
Yep.
There'll be runs here.
Got forward well and was able to drive the ball. A lovely shot and good running.
7 runs added there. The Super Kings are 28 for none.
Yep.
Couldn't have hit that any better.
Rashid got it into the gap and the ball did the rest. Brilliant shot.
Boundary off the last ball. What's to come off this delivery, I wonder?
Wait.
Timing just a little early on that occasion.
Yeah.
Ease through the field. There'll be runs here.
Onto the front foot and punched it nicely. Would have hoped to find the rope. A little late on that. No runs scored.
Yep.
Great shot through the gap.
Exactly where you want your fielders to throw as a wicketkeeper. Right over the top of the stumps.
Could that be out? Looks so.
They have the wicket they wanted. A huge blow. Rashid gone for not many.
A lot of pressure coming to the crease. Not had the best of weeks leading up to this game and will want to show everyone their strength.
Waiting.
Can't get that outside the ring field.
It was a nice looking shot. Full and in the slot. Just couldn't find the gap.
With the completion of that over, we see the fielding restrictions finish. The Sunrisers are now allowed 5 fielders outside the circle. We've seen good control and spin from this bowler. Looking forward to seeing what they can do here.
The captain going with an aggressive field.
Wait. Wait. Yep.
That's great fielding. That ball was flying.
Did well just to get it down towards third for some runs.
Wait on. Waiting.
Wow, that's missed the lot.
That's wild. Nothing elegant about that shot. Just not timing it at all. It's poor play.
Going with spin now.
The captain's going to change things around in the field.
Wait there. Yes.
That's out.
Yeah!
Caught.
Back to the sheds, but a good contribution to the team today. It's been a nice knock.
With the fall of that wicket, the new batter comes out to the crease. They're quick to take guard and face up.
Waiting.
Does very well to get quickly across to that one.
Just can't seem to get the ball away. That's the third dot.
Wait on. Wait on. Yep.
There's a chance if this hits.
That gets things going. Just nice to get settled, start to get your first runs.
Gave them very little in that over. 1 run added. The Super Kings are 37 for 2.
You just can't hit it any better than that. Beautiful shot. No chance at all for the fielders.
Getting nicely settled at the crease now. Would have been really happy with that last shot. Poor shot. Really lucky.
Well, that's a wild one. Nothing elegant about that shot, just not timing it at all. Poor play.
Yep.
Super shot.
Good return there, back from the deep. Got forward and was able to drive the ball. Lovely shot, good running.
Waiting. Yep.
Well placed. Should get a single. There's a run here, surely.
Turning down runs that are that safe, it just isn't intelligent play in my book. They should be rotating the strike.
Yep.
Nice shot. Runs possible.
Decisive running might have just got them 2. You look at that and I'd say they would have made it easily. Poor running in the end.
Yep.
They'd look for a couple here.
Bowler.
Good running, just finding the gap, and that allows for rotation of the strike. Keep the pressure up on the bowlers.
Good bowling. Kept it nice and tight and made it hard to score runs.
Yep.
Very quick out there, managing to stop it and preventing 4 runs.
Yep.
Got that away nicely.
Avoided the fielders, 1 bounce and 4. Fantastic shot.
Tried for something a bit different the last ball. The captain shouldn't mind that. If they get it right, they might just get the wicket.
Waiting. Wait on.
Out!
Yeah!
What a catch!
It's the sort of dismissal that sees the momentum swing back to the bowler. Gone, but not for many.
Coming to the wicket, they'll be looking to play within the V early and expand as they get settled.
Wait there.
Thought it got past them, but a fantastic dive to cut it off.
Yeah.
And with that, they're off the mark.
7 runs added in that over. The Super Kings are 52 for 3. Zampa from the south end.
A little late on that, no run scored. The captain making some adjustments to the field here. No interest in that one from the batter. Zampa will be wanting to hone in on a better line and length to make them play next time.
Beautifully played through the leg side off the back foot.
There was minimal follow-through, just great timing to punch it through the field for 4.
Wait.
Finds the fielder with that shot.
Wait there. Yup.
Comfortable single if they take it.
Maybe they didn't pick it up. Very late on the shot.
Four runs added in the over. The Super Kings are 56 for 3.
Yep, yep. Yup.
Probably should have gotten back for a second there. Need to push a bit harder on that first one.
Yep. Yup.
Doesn't beat the infield.
Got forward and was able to drive the ball. Lovely shot and good running.
Yep, yep.
If that had been thrown to the other end, I think you'd be looking at another wicket for sure.
Yep.
Good shot. A beauty.
Too wide. It was there to be hit, and it was really given the treatment.
End of the over. 10 runs coming from it. The Super Kings are 66 for 3.
Yup.
They'll get at least 1. There'll be 1 run here for them.
Wait.
Couldn't get it through the field.
Wait. Yep.
Hit that hard, nailed it.
Well, that was just textbook. Finds the space and power to lift that ball over the top, and it just keeps going.
Up.
Over. The Super Kings are 75 for 3.
75 for 3.
Up.
A little flick of the wrist to get it round the corner for an easy run.
Yeah. Yep, yep.
I, for one, reckon that second run was on, but clearly the batters knew better.
Yep.
Great shot. Placement exquisite.
Well, that was a really solid shot. Read the length early to get onto the front foot, and that raced away for 4.
Wait on. Yep, yep.
Good batting. Get an opportunity to score and take it.
Decisive running might have got them to. Looking back at it, I'd say they'd have made it easily. So in the end, poor running.
Wait there.
End of the over. The Super Kings are 83 for 3.
83 for 3.
Head into the attack now from the south end.
Yep.
Head over the ball. Great shot. That's racing away.
Well, that was a very solid shot. Read the length early to get onto the front foot, and that raced away for 4.
Yep.
Immaculate timing there.
Driven off the front foot. Fantastic cricket shot. Probably expected more there.
Yep.
Brilliant shot that.
You can't hit the ball much better than that. Timed it to perfection.
It can be very disheartening seeing good deliveries smacked around. Sometimes you just got to accept it and move on.
Yep, yep.
Super piece of timing.
Showing that they mean business this innings. Barely seem to have got going and they're hitting sixes.
Up. Wait. Yep.
Perfectly timed.
And that brings up the 50 partnership for these.
The 50 comes up between this pair. And it's been a strong partnership so far. A lot of people in the dressing room will be hoping it can continue.
Sharma, the left armer, is coming on to bowl from the north end.
A very defensive field, this.
Yep.
They've picked the gap. Perfect timing. Straight to the fielder.
Tucked it nicely into the gap. Pick up a single, rotate the strike.
Yep.
Nicely played.
Just missed the line, not the worst delivery, but that was dispatched with interest. Everyone just watched that in awe.
Yep, yep.
Into the gap. Nice shot.
Just pivoted onto the back foot, so easily done to knock it behind square.
Yup. Yep.
Exquisitely done on the front foot, a gorgeous looking drive. Could have been worth more.
Edge.
Yep.
Amazing delivery.
Nothing really wrong with the delivery. Got onto the front foot and found the space to get that one to the boundary.
Really playing all their shots that over. Really expensive. Cummins, the pace bowler, coming into the attack.
Yup.
Great shot. At least one on offer.
Got forward well and was able to drive the ball. A lovely shot and good running.
Drives and misses everything.
A bit of frustration after that shot. Went after it, but just couldn't lay a bat on it. Some adjustments to the field.
Yep.
Just need one of the cameramen to send that one back. A little bit of width, but clinically put away. Going with a more defensive field choice.
Beaten on the drive.
Oh.
Didn't hit that well. Very late playing that shot.
Bowler is confident on this one.
Yeah, damn.
Good catch. Out.
Another one gone. The fourth wicket is in the bag. A bit of trouble if there was another to fall quickly. We've seen some very good bowling.
For the Chennai Carbons.
Nice shot.
A juicy delivery like that on leg stump isn't going to be missed by this batter. They just put it away.
9 runs added there. The Super Kings are 125 for 4. The right-arm medium bowler is coming on to bowl from the north end.
Yep.
There'll be runs here.
That gets things going. Getting your first runs always helps settle the nerves.
Yep.
That's off the middle of the bat.
What a great shot that was. Onto the front foot really quickly. No stopping that one.
Yup. Hey!
Confident appeal. Could it be? The keeper seems convinced this is out. Could be worthwhile sending it to the third umpire.
Oh, this could spell trouble. It's pitched in line. The only question is it going on to hit the stumps? I'm not hearing anything on this. That could be trouble. Well, look at that. Missing everything.
It wasn't a great decision to start with. Not surprised to see the umpire's decision stand. Ease through the field. There'll be runs here.
That was a solid shot. Driven off the front foot. Fantastic cricket shot. Probably deserved more from it.
Yep.
These two are so quick between the wickets. I thought for a moment they were looking for another, but I think that would have been too risky.
Couldn't have played that any better. A couple on offer here.
The third was there. They would have made it easily. They've instead opted to play it safe. Maybe a little too safe.
Misses everything.
Just need to settle down. The timing's off. These deliveries are there to be hit. Time for cool heads.
Big appeal. Chance to run two.
Yep.
That's right out of the middle of the bat.
You can't fault that shot. Nicely played, and it was 4 runs all the way. A bit of a change-up in the field now.
A boundary off the last ball. Is it a sign they're trying to push the run rate?
Yep.
Picked that well, and that's on its way to the boundary.
Well, it was hammered away, timed perfectly, and placed into the gap.
Waiting.
Caught. What a position to set there. A brilliant catch.
Well, this is a fantastic wicket. Kept the runs down. Really didn't get settled. Looked to be in trouble, sadly, for most of the knock.
Wow! How did that miss? Really? That's just wasting everyone's time.
That's wild. Nothing elegant about that shot. Just not timing it at all. It's poor play.
A real beauty. Just times it so well.
The batsman's half century.
That's a really good half-century. Started well and has continued to up the scoring rate.
Yep.
Too full. Got what it deserved.
Got their head right in line with the ball. A beautiful strike there down the ground.
Edge. What a ball. End of the over. A good one in terms of keeping the batters quiet. Just needed to take a wicket to make it an excellent one. Well, a decent score here, but they need a strong showing with the ball to bring this home.
Played that beautifully. Saw the short one, got out the way. There are no more of those in this over.
Time to keep the pressure on now. Great last ball to find the edge. It's just a case of finding the same spot. Quick onto that in the infield.
A little late on that. No run scored.
Great timing, right off the meat of the bat.
Perhaps that slipped out of the hand a little during the release. Sharma didn't mind and sent it high and handsome over the boundary rope for 6.
You can see how good this pitch can be for batting. You want the player coming forward, but it's a tight margin. Only a touch full and put away. That's right off the meat of the bat.
That's what you pay the entrance money for. It's flown into the crowd. A brilliant shot off the front foot. No need to move.
Right out of the middle.
Off the front foot, hit it with all the power and elegance of a batter right at the top of their game.
Absolutely nailed it.
That was timed very, very well. Great shot, driven down the ground and flew over the boundary.
Big over there, 24 from it. The Sunrisers are 24 for none. Middle that one, great timing.
That's a brilliantly aggressive shot. Gets onto the front foot and it's flown over the boundary.
Right off the middle of the bat.
It was in the air for a long time, but 4 bounced just inside the rope.
Back-to-back boundaries. The bowler will be searching for something now. Just a dot ball or two to settle things down. Good bit of timing there.
Saw it from the moment it left the hand, latched onto it and given the full treatment.
Catch it.
That's mistimed. It's gone high. Should be gone. Oh, that is a great catch.
This innings just cut short before it really flourished. It looked like it would be moving to a big, big score, but it's not to be.
Flew away with pace. Brilliant timing.
There was a bit of width on that, and they've climbed into the shot to send it up and over for 6. That's a tough call for the bowler. I thought that was there to be hit.
Strokes it languidly away to the fence. A lovely shot.
Found the gap with ease. Wasn't the worst ball you'll see, but it still raced to the rope.
Playing all their shots in that over. A very expensive over. The right-arm pace bowler is coming into the attack from the south end.
Catch it.
That's right out of the middle of the bat.
Straight through the line of the ball, right out of the middle of the bat.
Don't mind getting hit for runs. What's important is to focus on getting the next ball right.
Nice bowling.
Another chance to bowl that one. Really can't have been wide by much, though.
Yes. Yep.
Sprayed that very wide. Hits the boundary rope. The keeper had no chance there.
Well, that's a bit harsh, perhaps. I felt that it wasn't that wide.
Yep.
There'll be one run here for them.
Catch.
Great shot.
Full and good night. Just leant on that. Didn't have to do much. And got 4.
Catch it.
Hit that hard. Nailed it.
Extra width gives them a free swing at the ball. Gone a long way back.
That's an unbelievable shot into the crowd.
That ball's been hit. It's flown into the crowd. To get that much power coming forward onto the front foot is ridiculous.
Yep.
Got that away nicely.
You can't fault the bowling. Sometimes your opponent is just too good. Wonderful front foot shot, and there's no point in chasing that.
Questions will begin to be asked. Should the captain make a change? A big over that one. Too many loose deliveries. Goes up and over for 6. That's the positive option.
Lovely shot. Gets on the drive, just powers that over the boundary. Wonderful timing.
Timed that brilliantly.
And that brings up the 50 partnership for these two.
That's the 50 partnership between these two, gaining some momentum nicely for the team.
Catch it.
Lovely shot. Straight back past the bowler.
Just perfection, a majestic shot. You just cannot hit it any better than that. Raced away to the boundary.
Huge shot. That's a massive shot. Just incredible.
That brings up 50 runs for this batsman.
That shot brings up the half-century. Beautiful batting display, very solid. I think this is just the start.
That's gone all the way, right out of the middle.
That was seen so early. The timing was brilliant, and that has stayed hit. Fantastic.
Catch.
High, high, high in the air. This should be an easy chance. Out. Good catch.
Well, they lose the second wicket. It's a long way back to the sheds, and you can tell they're not happy with that dismissal.
Difficult period as they come to the wicket. They'll take plenty of time to set themselves up before facing their first ball.
Wait on.
Couldn't get it through the field. This should be close.
Good running. It needed to be as well. Probably closer than they expected.
Yep.
Time that perfectly.
Fine placement and enough timing to get that ball away to the boundary.
Getting nicely settled at the crease now. Would have been really happy with that last shot.
Catch.
Nice shot. Runs possible. Out. Caught.
An innings that promised much and really, in the end, delivered very little. Pretty disappointing all round.
Klaasen is new to the crease. They'll be keen to field bat on ball early on.
I'd say it was the right shot to choose, but it was just timed badly. Just couldn't get the drive away.
That's going a long way. What a shot that is.
The bowler watches that one go straight back over their head for 6. Brilliant shot.
What great reactions. Brilliant catch close in.
A trudge back to the pavilion. A disappointing display in the end. For someone with such batting skills, this goes down as a fail.
And with that wicket, we'll see a change out in the middle. Cummins, whose first task is getting themselves settled.
Catch.
Saw that early. No one's catching that. Great shot.
That is a masterclass of batting. Reads the length, gets forward and dispatches that to the boundary.
Ready. Yep.
How on earth did they manage that? Brilliant reflex catch.
This is a great wicket to take. Just look to be building a solid innings and at a really good run rate. Perfect time to take a wicket.
Catch it.
Good shot. A beauty.
You sometimes just have to stop and admire batting like that. Gets onto the front foot early, well timed, and 4 runs.
Yep.
Rashid did very nicely out there on the boundary. Cummins takes guard. Been in pretty good touch lately. You wouldn't want to let them get away early with some easy boundaries.
Yep.
Super shot that.
Good return there, back from the deep. Nicely ran, working the ball away into the gaps to find the easy single.
Wait on.
That's gone. Couldn't ask for an easier catch.
An innings that promised much, and really, in the end, delivered very little. Pretty disappointing all round.
Hyderabad Phoenix.
Yep.
Couldn't have hit that any better.
Nothing really wrong with the delivery. Got onto the front foot and found the space to get that one to the boundary.
Do they go full? Do they go short? A lot to ponder after the boundary.
Yep.
Exquisitely done on the front foot. A gorgeous looking drive. Could have been worth more.
Catch.
Oh boy,
Yep.
that's really high. This might be gone.
There was minimal follow through, just great timing to punch it through the field for 4.
That last ball isn't something you'd want to see a repeat of. You don't want to be giving easy runs away.
Catch.
Nicely played. Perfect timing.
Got forward well and was able to drive the ball. A lovely shot and good running.
Catch.
There'll be runs here. Caught. One of the easiest catches you'll see.
They find themselves 7 wickets down. It's about now you need someone to stand up and stick around at the crease.
Phoenix.
Drives and misses everything.
Hyderabad Phoenix.
Maybe they didn't pick it up. Very late on the shot.
The end of a tidy over. Batting doesn't seem to be easy out there at the moment. Good pressure building.
Yes. Nice.
Wow,
ball.
that's missed the lot.
A bit of frustration after that shot. Went after it, but just couldn't lay a bat on it.
Catch it.
Yes.
Taken. A really good one too.
Just managed to clasp their hands around that one. Disappointment for the batter, joy for the bowler. Another wicket down, this one without scoring.
Yep.
Does very well to get quickly across to that one. A change to the complexion of this match. Got to get the new batter coming forward early, encouraging them to drive and really attack the stumps. Well taken. Had a lot of work to do and held on to a great catch.
Another one goes off to the sheds. That's 9 down. Some good bowling finding this tail out, and it certainly feels like this is close to the finish.
Ease through the field. There'll be runs here.
If that had been thrown to the other end, I think you'd be looking at another wicket for sure. And they're away and nicely off the mark. Just a little bit wide, well picked up, and let the ball do all the work really, just to nudge it down towards third.
Good bowling, kept it nice and tight and made it hard to score runs.
Hit that well off the back foot, but couldn't beat the field. That was a solid shot, driven off the front foot, fantastic cricket shot. Probably deserved more from it.
Straight to the fielder.
What a beautiful shot that was. They've been sweating on the loose ball and picked this one up early and glanced it down to fine leg.
Onto the front foot. Super shot. Should be 4.
What a lovely shot. Really good timing out of the middle and race to the boundary.
Well on.
Short and wide. Did well to get some bat on that. They're fast between the wickets. Good fielding keeps it close though.
Another really good over comes to an end. The batters just haven't been able to cut loose in the last few overs. The right armour is coming into the attack from the north end. Can't get that outside the ring field.
Now there would have been a few hearts in mouths in the crowd, but somehow they managed to make their ground with a dive. A great win, extremely close right to the end, and to bring the win home like that is something special.
This was